with that said, Minneapolis will serve first, and they'll be on the right-hand side of the court. Ellinwood on the left. Both teams have the red jerseys on. Minneapolis will have the red with the blue numbers. 23-4, a sparkling record for this time of the year for any club. 7-1 in the league. We'll serve first. Lindsey Perry will serve it up, and we'll give Ellinwood a go. Ellinwood, the number 5 seed in this tournament. Minneapolis, the number 2 seed. Conway Springs, number 1. Number 3, I believe, was Marion. Number 4, Harrington. Lindsay serves in. Here we go. Alyssa George with the pass. Autumn Knox. Try it again. That's out of bounds. Side out, Ellinwood. Autumn knocks on across. Nice dig by Alyssa George. And Autumn's late getting to the net. It falls in for a point. Ellinwood. I would just as soon stay on this court and play for first and second as to have to move to the other court and play for third and fourth. Side out Minneapolis. Autumn Knox will serve. We're trailing 0-1. That was tipped back across on our side, and we could not cover. 1-0 Ellinwood serving. Lenz's pass. Kylie sets. Alyssa George, nice hit. Ellinwood gets to it. Stephanie sets Mal with a nice hit. And Ellinwood is over the middle line, and she's over. Side out Minneapolis. Kylie McCulloch serves. And that was a short set to the Ellinwood middle, and she knocks it down. Alyssa George. Kylie with the set. Mallory. It's a good one. It's in the net. They dig it out. Mallory with the pass. Stephanie sets. Alyssa George. Lindsay's pass right to Kylie. Back set Stephanie. Alyssa George. That was a heck of a save by Ellinwood. Mallory tips it up in the air. Kylie sets Alyssa George one more time. This time it's off the ceiling, and they still recover. We keep hitting it. The odds get better. Mallory tips. She says, enough of that blocking stuff. Well, let's try a tip. And it's in for side out Minneapolis. And she will serve 0-1. Ellinwood leading. Almost an ace. They dig it. Stephanie sets Lynn's. Nice hit. Lynn's gets there to knock it on over, and Stephanie steps over the line. Side out, Ellinwood. That would be an ace. She's tall. She doesn't have to put much arch on it in her serve, and that thing is going to come down the floor. Autumn better be ready. Everybody on the back row. There's another one. Stephanie tips that over. 2-0. Lindsay saves that after a block. That's out. Excuse me. That is in. 3-0. Ellinwood. We need a side out. Stephanie sets Alyssa George. Tipped. Side judge, line judge calls a tip, and it's side out, Minneapolis. Cross court, Alyssa George strikes it down. Autumn Knox goes ahead and knocks it on over. That's 4. It didn't go over. We were there to block, but it did not go over. 4 hits, scored a point. Minneapolis 1-4. Alyssa George serving. It's a good one. That should have been a lift. Side out. That's a tip by Ellinwood right in a spot. No. Why? I don't think that's what it is. Coach Mack calls timeout. I wish they'd get the score right. I think they're done messing with it. It's 4-2 Ellinwood. And they just changed it again. 5-1 Ellinwood. And I think that's right. Mallory with the pass. Autumn with a kill attempt there. And Ellinwood gets up and spanks one down for a point. Nice dig by Mal, set by Kylie. We cannot react quick enough to save it after the block by Ellinwood. It drops on our side. 7-1 Ellinwood serving. Mallory's pass goes across the net again. And we're on the defensive. That's out. 8-1. And Audrey Antwell goes in back row, DS. defensive specialist for Mallory Goeth. And she takes that serve and passes. Lenz dumps it over. And she digs that out. Lenz misses a tip as it comes up. Scored another point, Ellinwood, and they're on a roll. 9-1. That's a net. Thank you very much. Stephanie Alderson will serve. We need to make sure we do get ours over here, that's for sure. And it's over. Well, that one caught Aud Rantwall off guard. She got a couple fists up to protect herself because that one was coming right at her. Side out Ellinwood, 9-1. Kylie McCulloch with the kill. Aud Rantwell the save. They stuffed it. Blocked it right back down on us. We cannot react to get it back up. Lady Lions are not playing well right now. We're behind 110, and Ellinwood is still serving. We need a side out. Rainbow serve, and Audra's pass goes out of bounds. 11, yeah. They're going to go ahead and sub and put Mal back in the middle at the back. 11-1, Ellinwood. That's out of bounds. Kylie watched it go all the way. Lindsay will serve, and we're trailing 1-11. We need to get 4 or 5 of them here. And that's a good serve. 10. Stephanie with a pass to Kylie. Autumn Knox. They just dump it on over. Mal gets up and tips that one in. There we go. Mallory found a nice spot and tipped that in. 2-11. Lindsay serving. Keep her getting her serves in here. And that's a nice save by Lenz. Sets Autumn, and she hits it long. Side out, Ellinwood. Ellinwood comes out of the other pool. We're playing the second seed over there. Or the second place finisher, I should say, in that pool. Mallory tips another one in. It's there, she's getting it, and it's dropping in. Side out Minneapolis. Autumn Knox serving. I believe probably the other pool was, and that was a nice block by Mal. Steph Kill, point Minneapolis. I think the other pool was probably a little tougher pool with Conway Springs in it. Harrington was good, and it's quite evident Ellinwood was too. Now we're playing. Off a nice hard serve by Autumn Knox. The pass comes over the net, and Alyssa George drops a hammer on it. Point number 4. I think we're in a good position to do some good here with the rotation that Ellinwood does have right now. Would reflect a little problem with their back row. And we did get to them there for a couple points. Wish we could have got 2 or 3 more. Lynn's pass to Kylie. She back sets Mallory and she tips again. We cover when they tip. Alyssa George. It's blocked on our side. We can't get to it. Scored a point. Ellinwood. Lynn's pass is right to Kylie. Alyssa George. It was blocked, but it came back over. We covered. That's a lift. Went in the net. She dug it out, but it was a lift when she pulled it out. 13-4. Kylie sets Mallory again. It's tipped by Ellinwood. There we go. I think if we just keep hitting it, we'll be fine. If we don't lose our composure, even though they have 13, I think we can make a run at them right here. And they do have the short set capabilities. It's the first team I've seen this year. Besides Southeast. Southeast did it once, I think, up at the Concordia tournament. And Alyssa George. Tip at the net was called something by the ref, and it counted as a point for Ellinwood. 15-4. Ellinwood wins the first one. We'll be ready for game 2 here just shortly.
Daddy, I hurt my knee.
In order for Minneapolis to head into the finals and get a shot at the state champs, they will have to do it in 3 here, and Ellinwood is presenting quite a challenge. 15-4, the first game. Minneapolis is in the left side of this court. That's Mallory Goeth right there. The ref called something. Autumn Knox will serve. An excellent hit by Alyssa George is blocked by Ellinwood, and she had the reflexes enough to reach back with one arm and hit it back up in the air and save it. But the next pass goes astray, and it's side out to Ellinwood. 0-0. Oh my. Well, she didn't get hurt, and that's what I was oh-mying. 1-0 Ellinwood. Autumn's pass. Kylie sets. Mallory, she tips it on over. Alyssa George. 10. Side out Minneapolis. Just what we needed. We need to get a couple points here and get rolling. Get out to lead. Now I think the girls play a little better. It's a good serve by Kylie McCulloch. Nice save by Autumn, and Alyssa George snaps it on over. Left. They were trying a back set short variety, and the setter had a left. It's a nice dig by Steph, and that's set right back to the corner where they weren't. The defense had been drawn in, and Kylie sets it back to the back row, and there is no one there. She's serving again. We're ahead 2-1. This is just what we want. We're in the net. Side out Ellinwood. We find ourselves blocking there a little bit. Close to the net. Nice dig by Autumn and a heck of a save attempt by Kylie, but she's going out of bounds. So did the ball. 2-2. That's tipped by Kylie Mallory, and a set by Kylie, and they just dump it on over. Mallory knocks it on over, saved by Alyssa George. Lenz with a dig. Alyssa George, and that's blocked, and a lift. (3-2) Ellinwood. Tipped by Alyssa George, and that's a 3 hit before it got to the back row. And Mallory Goeth will serve. (2-3) Ellinwood leading. Mallory serves a good one. Blocked there at the net by Lenz and Stephanie. It's a good set. Alyssa George taps it on in. Lenz tips. They're going to have to start hitting that baby. That's out. She needs to follow through and hammer it right on down. She's had a couple go in the net short, and that's why she's a little bit leery about dropping the hammer on it. And we've got to have her hitting strong. Nice dig by Kylie. Sails right on over the net. There's a dig by Alyssa George. Set by Kylie. And Stephanie couldn't get to it. Point Ellinwood, 4-2 Ellinwood. Nice dig. Alyssa George sets it right on over. We're on the defensive here. They're in the net. And I'm glad because it was headed down to the floor for a winner. Alyssa George serving 2-4. That's out. (3-4) Minneapolis serving. Alyssa George. Nice block by Lenz. Kylie sets Autumn. There we go. That's what we want. Mal with the save. Autumn leans back and wraps it right on over. Lenz was there for the block, but it didn't come over, and Ellinwood could not pull it out of the net. And we're all knotted up at 4. Oh, my. That was an ace. That one came over the net, and the Ellinwood girl thought it was lower than what it was because it hit her right in the kisser. And Ellinwood just goes ahead and dunks it over, and Lynn sets Autumn. She just taps it over. Alyssa thought that was going to be long, but it was definitely in. 5-4. Alyssa with a nice pass to Stephanie Setz. Autumn drops the hammer on it, hits the tape as it goes over. Off the ceiling, Lindsay's got it for a 3-ball. It was tipped at the net by Lenz there on the hit. Steph drops it right on in there for side out Minneapolis. Stephanie didn't take a chance on a lift or a carry that time. She just set it right on over into the spot. It was open on the floor. She serves. Autumn's there for the block. Stephanie sets Autumn. Oh, I wish those haven't been in today. A lot of our kill attempts have been long. Side out, Ellinwood serving. Mallory with the dig. That ball was being played so close to the net on both sides, no one was able to get a good shot at it. It drops on Ellinwood's side for a side out Minneapolis. Lindsay Perry serves. And as you could tell, the Ellinwood girl, the big middle, drops one in for side out Ellinwood. Steph with the save. She had to take it. Mallory. Just a little late. Just a little late on her timing, and Ellinwood has tied it up. 5-5. There we go. Autumn was there for the return. As it came across the top of the net, she dropped the hammer on it, and it is in there for side out Minneapolis. Cross-court winner by Lindsay's dug. Alyssa George's hit does not clear the tape, just a little short, and it's side out Ellinwood. Nice block by Mal. It's 3-ball. We need to get it over, and we do. Ellinwood tips it over. Alyssa George tipped at the net and drops over on Ellinwood's side. Side out Minneapolis. That's just what we needed. We're knotted at 5. Kylie McCulloch serving. Her serve handcuffs the Ellinwood girl, and it's 3-ball. Autumn's pass is right there. Alyssa George tips. They're there to cover. Mallory Goeth. That's out. It's definitely out. 6-5 Minneapolis. We need this game to stay alive here in this fourth match of the day. And that's a little help from Ellinwood. 7-5 Minneapolis, and Ellinwood wants a timeout. And Minneapolis is showing signs of some spark here, even though this is the fourth match of the day. They have had to play 3 games in 2 of those matches. The other 2, 2 of the 3 matches, I guess, did take them 3 games to get through it. So all in all, they played 3, 6, 8, 9. This is their 10th game of the day. Oh, they're at least good for a dozen before they should get tired. They better be ready for 14 if they get a hold of that Conway Springs group. It'd be a fun match. Looks like they've disposed of Sterling on the other side 15-0 in the second match of their bracket play. That's out. 8-5 Minneapolis. Kylie's serve is good shot there, and Ellinwood set it. The middle came up to hit it, and the outside hitter didn't budge until it was too late, and it drops in. Kylie's serving now. We're leading 9-5. There we go. Their pass comes over the net like that every time. We're going to have fun with that. And that's kind of determined by the serve that is coming at him, and Kylie's doing a nice job with that right now. There's another block, and in. It's in. Steph kill. Let's see, that would have been Alyssa George and Mallory over there. 11-5. Kylie serves again is excellent. Tipped at the net by Mal. And Alyssa George's kill attempt is short and in the net. Side out to Ellinwood. 11-5, Minneapolis. Kylie sets Mallory. There's a tip by Ellinwood and a dig by Alyssa George, and Mallory with the kill attempt. That's a nice dig by Lindsay in the back row on a kill by the Ellinwood girl, and her pass sails out of bounds. It's a nice pass. Her passes have gotten better here. That's a lift by the Ellinwood girl, but that's not called. Tied out Minneapolis. Our passing in this game, or this match and the match before this, we've improved immensely from earlier in the day. We had some problems, and that's out of bounds. Their pass came over the net, and Alyssa George says, "Thank you very much," and knocked it down. Mallory's serve is short, and it's good. Lenz with the pass. Alyssa George got, now we're cooking. She starts getting that cross-court winner in. The other team is going to be in trouble. It's just what we needed. And they're subbing. They're going to try and break this momentum. Minneapolis Lady Lions are on a roll here. Put together a nice game here in this fourth match of the day. Ellinwood won the first one, and we're trying to get this thing even. That was a lift. But the ref didn't see it that way. 13-6 Minneapolis. Ellinwood serving. Autumn with the pass. Stephanie sets. Lindsay. Hit to the back row is handled by Ellinwood. Let's try it again. It was back set for Stephanie. Nice dig by Mal. And backing up, Stephanie tried to set, and it was a two-hander, two-hit. And that's what they called. It's a 13-7. Minneapolis. There's Alyssa George. Nice set by, that's a tape shot. Kylie comes up to take that set. Alyssa George. Thank you very much. She's got a wicked serve, and it was in the net. Side out, Minneapolis. Alyssa George serving. Nice block by Lenz. Get in there. It's long. And most of them have been all day long. Our kill attempts have been just over the end line. There's 3 ball knocked on over by Mal. Tip was over the top of our blocker, and Autumn comes up to hit that one, and their pass sails on across. Kylie with a set, Autumn again with a hit. That was a limp-wristed attack by Ellinwood that we handled without too much problem. She gets a little more mustard on it that time. Autumn comes to the net, and she needs to put that down with authority. Here we go. Stephanie. She saw the opening and had the vision to go ahead and hit her down the line. The defense had been drawn in by the volley action, and it lands in there for a side out, Minneapolis. 13-8, Minneapolis. Nice dig by Alyssa George and a save by Stephanie, and Alyssa goes ahead and knocks it on over. That's out. 14-8. This is the one we wanted here anyway, and if it takes us 3, we've done it all day, so no big deal to these girls. Steph says, here I am, and Autumn drops a hammer on it for the winner. 15-8, Minneapolis wins that game, the second one of this 4th match. We're going to see who's going to serve first here. Steph is out midcourt along with Ellinwood's captain. And it looks as if they're going to switch. They're going to switch sides, and Minneapolis is going to serve first. That's kind of odd. Ellinwood won the toss and elected to defend the left side of this court. So that left Minneapolis with the opportunity to serve first, which is fine. We'll be back with the start here shortly. 3rd game of the 4th match. So we'll enable Minneapolis to get a shot at the defending state champions, Class 3A volleyball girls from Conway Springs. They looked as if, I went over and watched them for a little while, they looked as if they have basically the same team they had last year. Their big star hitter has moved to the setter position. I think it's probably to get her some looks at college, and she's good at that too. I look forward to that match. It's going to be right here on this court if Minneapolis would go ahead and take care of Ellinwood here. So be back in a minute.
Keep that out.
No, I gotta see where I'm at.
Now can you put it out?
We're serving to start this third game of this match. We're stuffed at the net by Ellinwood, and they're serving 0-0. It's a nice dig by Alyssa George, and Mallory goes ahead and knocks it on over. Lands with an attempt to get to that kill attempt by Ellinwood, and she can't get to it. It flies out the back. 1-0 Ellinwood. Oh, we don't want to get behind too far here. They play better with the lead, as most teams do. Kylie with the set. Autumn knocks. It drops in there. Side out Minneapolis. That's just what we need. That would be Max Heinrichs. Autumn's serve is over the end line, out of bounds. Ellinwood side out. That was stuffed by Ellinwood, and neither one of our folks could get to it there. Tipped by Kylie, drops their pass to the front setter, drops on their side of the net. That's side out Minneapolis. 0-2 Ellinwood. Kylie McCulloch serves, and that's just served on over, but it was definitely out of bounds. Stephanie plays it anyway, which it works out fine, and we score a point. 1-2. Ellinwood leads. Kylie serves. Net. Stephanie's pass goes right on across, and Ellinwood is under the net. When it's side out, Minneapolis. Mallory Goff serves. It's over. It's in. Ellinwood middle will now serve. She's pretty good sized. I guess her to be at least 5'11", if not 6 foot. Kylie's pass right at Stephanie, and it's out of bounds, and Stephanie lets her go this time. That's good. 2 in a row over there like that, so. Kenny says she's 5'10". Get down quick. That's in. That would be an ace by Alyssa George. 2-2. Third game. Yeah, has a 2-hit left, or 2-hit set by Ellinwood setter, and it's 3-2 Minneapolis. Alyssa George serving. It's in. Side out Ellinwood. Autumn's in the net. 3-3. Lenz knocks it on over. We can't block. They tip it, and we cannot cover. 4-3, Ellinwood. Stephanie sets Autumn. That's what we need to do. Keep hitting hard. Alyssa George. There's a set for Lynn. She knocks it into the backcourt of Ellinwood. There's another tip, and we cover this time. Autumn knocks. It's handled, and there's a block at the net by Lenz. We can't get to it. 5-3, Ellinwood, and Coach Mack wants a timeout. It's been an interesting tournament. No one really to test the defending 3A state champs, Conway Springs. Minneapolis, there we go. Nice kill by Lenz. Cross court, they couldn't get to it. It's side out Minneapolis. And Stephanie will serve. We're trailing 3-5. Good serve, made it over in good shape. The tip by Ellinwood. Stephanie's pass is short, and so is Autumn's hit. Into the net, side out Ellinwood. A good block by Ellinwood, and another good block by Ellinwood. We recover twice. Nice pass by Alyssa George. Autumn knocks, and that's blocked by Ellinwood, deflected to the back row, and it's a 3-ball. Out. Excellent job, ladies. That's some nice teamwork. 3-5, Ellinwood. Lindsay Perry serves. And that was an even better block. Awesome block by Mallory Goeth. That is a stuff kill. No one on the Ellinwood side could handle it. It's 4-5, Ellinwood. Lindsay serves deep in the corner, and all they can do is just bump it on over. It's a nice set, and that's in. Kylie McCulloch with the kill. It's knotted up at 5. We knew they weren't just going to give it to us, so. The ref spots a misalignment thing, and Lindsay's next serve is a Rainbow, makes it over. Her pass, Stephanie Autumn with the attack. Here we go. Now, it's a nice try there. It's tipped by Ellinwood, and we couldn't get to it. We could, but we couldn't. I think the 3 girls thought everyone was going to dive to it at once and crash. 5-5, side out to Ellinwood. Net. Short serve is a tricky thing to master, and that one is in the net. Autumn's serve is a good one. It's dug in the back row by Ellinwood. Tip, Lenz is there to cover. Mal slaps it on over. It's a good block by Mallory, but it ricocheted off her arm and over to a point where Alyssa George could not get to it. Five. Alyssa George, that was tipped at the net. And I'm seeing the confidence in her attack coming back. Kylie McCulloch's serve is Lynn's pass to Kylie. She sets Alyssa George. This time she tips it and had Ellinwood off stride. Last time they had to back up for a monster hit, and this time it's tipped in for a winner. So keep them a little bit off balance. It's good. 6-5 Minneapolis. Kylie serves. It's in. The Ellinwood girl sticks out an arm just to knock it down. Mal. That's in. Now they're starting to land. In. Ellinwood coach is going to sub, try and slow this momentum swing, and I can feel it. It's in our court right now. Kylie will serve. 7-5 Minneapolis. That hit the tape on the way over and drops in for a winner. Side out to Ellinwood. Right on the line. Well, Mallory's starting to get zeroed in on hers, which is good, because we're going to need every one of them we can get from here on out, especially if we're going to close Ellinwood out here. Mallory serving. Lady Lions are up 7-5. I think the concentration level sometimes is a little bit too relaxed when we're serving, and that one went out of bounds. And it's followed up by a pretty heavy serve to our back row that we can't handle. There's Lenz with a hit, and Ellinwood's in the net. Alyssa George will serve. 7-6 Minneapolis. We need to get a couple. That was tipped at the net. We're going to have to tip it one more time. That is a double hit by our setter. Side out, Ellinwood. There's a good set and good hit by Autumn. 3-ball. Kylie with a nice pass to Steph. She sets. Lynn's in the middle. Tip to the back row, and they handle it. Lynn's with the pass. Kylie had to come up and bump it on over, so close to the net. We're there to block, but it's bumped on over, and now Autumn drops the hammer on one the Ellinwood girl is lucky to get to, and then they hit it clear out the back for side out Minneapolis. Playing some pretty tough defense here. 7-6 Minneapolis. I think we should have let that one go. We were drawn in on defense, and it was deep enough. I think it was maybe going to be out. I don't know. That was out. I'm glad they let that one go. Mallory was quick to get out of the way of that, and it falls out of bounds. Side out Minneapolis. Lindsay Perry serves. Get in there. That's in. That's tipped over, and she saves it. twice. I hope everybody returns from under the scorer's desk. Excellent hustle on the part of the Big Red. Lady Lions. Alyssa George with the dig. Back set, Autumn. That's down. Count it as an excellent kill. Nice set, back set, and that's what Coach likes to see. It's side out Minneapolis, 7-6. Autumn Knox serving. And that pass came over the net from Ellinwood, and we were just a little late. Lynn's pass to Kylie. She sets Alyssa George. She wasn't late on that one. She's right on the money on that one. 7-6, Minneapolis, side out. And I don't know when the last time was anyone scored a point, so we're due for a couple of them right here. Kylie serving. They call number 2, and that's the big middle. Comes through with a big hit. We were even in the net, but didn't matter. Strong hit. Lynn's with a dig. Alyssa George. Here she comes again. It sure looked out. She called it in, 7-7. Autumn takes back row. Back set by Kylie. And Mallory is not going to mess with the blocker. She dunks it over the top of them, and no one can get to it. It lands right in there for a side out Minneapolis. She will serve. 7-7. There we go, good serve. Blocked by Lenz at the net. That's tipped. You don't want to set her too many times, and we set her twice. Second time she took care of it and put it away. It's a side out Ellinwood. Nice dig by Kylie. She's in the net, luckily. Saved a point there, and our pass came right up over the net, and she hammered it down. She was in the net. Alyssa George serves. Nice dig by Alyssa George. Stephanie with the bump pass. Ellinwood. Mallory can't get to it. 7-7. It's a grudge match. It's a good match. This is really good high school volleyball. Mallory. Stephanie sets Autumn. And oh, that was close. Seven, 8. Mallory. Autumn will try it again. This time she wasn't close enough to the net to drop the hammer on it. Mallory with another good dig. Try it again, Autumn. Yep, it's out. Her kill, her attack from the back, or from the front row there, ricocheted off the girl in the back row, came across the net and out of bounds on our side. So that's the force of that shot that Autumn can put on the volleyball. Stephanie Alderson will serve. We're behind 7-8. It's good serves. And the pass comes right up to the net, and Lindsay tips it. She's there for the block. 8-8. Well, it's been this way the whole match. We lost the first one, won the second one, and here we are knotted at 8 here in the last one. It was a timeout for Ellinwood to discuss his defensive strategy and try and break the momentum, even though it's just a 1-point swing. But it's tied now. It's a crucial time of this match, 8-8. Ellinwood sends it on over on the second one. Lenz taps it to the back row. They handle it, and they bring it back over on 2 hits. Autumn. Nice dig by the middle on the back row. There's another tip by Ellinwood, and Kylie returns the favor. And a good dig by Mallory there on the back row, and Autumn drops a hammer on it. It's blocked. They recover. Kylie with the set. Autumn, a winner. That's what we need to do. Power volleyball. 9-8 Minneapolis. Stephanie, good serve. And the back row of Ellinwood right now is suspect. They got the big gal back there, and that one drops in for a winner. That was going to be in. Mallory dove for it to try and save it, and couldn't get much on it. 10-8 Minneapolis. Ellinwood now serving. Alyssa George. Stephanie tips it right on over, and they save it. An excellent job saving it. Autumn. That's going out of bounds. Autumn hits it hard enough. If they are going to get a decent pass off of her hit, it's difficult. Lindsay serves. We're ahead 10-8. To a point in time where every serve is crucial. There's Mallory, and it's in. The defense was drawn in, and she's getting zeroed in on that back line. Just what we needed at the right time, that's for sure. 11-8 Minneapolis. Lenz will serve. 11-8 Minneapolis. It's in, but their pass is into the net, and their setter can't dig it out. 12-8 Minneapolis. Serves over and up, and it was short. They just barely got to it. They set it on over. Autumn. A good hit. There's a tip, and Kylie's there to cover, and the Ellinwood girl reached up to hit it. That was actually a lift or a carry. She could not get anything on it, and they're subbing again to try and break this momentum that the Big Blue has going for them at this time. 13-8 Minneapolis. Lenz with the pass. Stephanie sets Mal. She's got to be ready for that stuff. The stuff was right back to her, and she couldn't react. Side out, Ellinwood. 13-8 Minneapolis. Mallory. An excellent save by Ellinwood. Autumn Knox with the kill. The dig by Ellinwood went way out of bounds. It's side out Minneapolis. Autumn Knox serving 13-8. Good. Serves over. Good shape. Ellinwood's looking around to see who's taking it. Mallory with a good hit. Lindsay's passed. Steph back sets for Kylie. Has a good hit. They recover. Steph sets Alyssa George. And that's power volleyball. She powers that one through. And here we go. The Lady Lions have came through. And they're looking for a win right now with this last point. And they get it. 15-8. Minneapolis will play the defending state champs on this court. I don't have to move. This is fantastic. All it'll take is some defense, and we're going to give those guys a game. Be with you when we get ready here shortly.